Well, hey there, everyone, and welcome back to YouTube Foundry. I'm Richard. We're here at YouTube Foundry to help you get your YouTube journey started. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the YouTube criteria for being monetized. So let's just get right into it. So first of all, let's understand anyone can post content to YouTube, and that content will run, people will watch it, and ads will show on it. However, you're not going to get paid for those watch hours or for those ads until you meet certain criteria with YouTube and become a YouTube partner. Now, in order to understand those criteria and know what they are, you will go to the Manage Content area and click on the Earn button. Now, before I do that, let's go over what those general criteria are. So there's two of them. The first one is criteria number 1. So you can get monetized this way. This is sort of like a level 1 and level 2 monetization. So criteria number 1 is you have 500 subscribers. You have to post 3 uploads in the previous 90 days. You have to have 3,000 public watch hours in the previous 365 days, or 3 million shorts views in the previous 90 days. Now, this will allow you to earn from things like memberships, supers, and shopping. And we'll talk about what those are in another video. But they're different types of revenue streams that you can sign up for on YouTube. I don't use them, but some people like them and use them. I don't like them because each one of those is going to require additional diligence and work and attention on your point. And my point is that for right now, all I want to do is I want to focus on making good videos, getting subscribers, and getting watch hours. I'll worry about adding the other stuff later. Now, the second criteria is the one most of us will use. It is getting to 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 watch hours over the previous 365 days or 10 million shorts views over the previous 90 days. Now, when you reach this level, it not only gives you the previous options of being able to make money from memberships, supers, and shopping, but you can also make money from the watch page ads and the shorts feed ads. So that's how you'll make most of your money anyway on YouTube. There are other ways, and we'll talk about those in another video. But what most people strive for is this particular level. Now let's go see how this level works on YouTube, how you can find this information actually on YouTube. So we're going to go to the content area of your YouTube channel. And under this content area, we're going to go down and click on Earn. But before we do that, let's click on Analytics. Because up in the Analytics section, it's going to give you some information you need to know. Remember, the things you're wanting to know is the number of subscribers and the number of watch hours that you have. Okay, so right now I have 0.7 watch hours and 2 subscribers. Now, the 2 subscribers, honestly, are my other 2 channels. But the 0.7 watch hours, I don't even know where that comes from because it can't, unless it comes from me watching it from the other channels, I'm not sure. But generally, YouTube will figure that out and filter those out eventually. I want the subscribers number to reach 1,000, and I want the watch time hours to reach 4,000 within a 365-day window. And by the way, once it reaches that, it has to stay there. So if it drops below 4,000 hours for any moving 12-month period, you'll probably get a notice from YouTube that you need to work to get your viewership back up, your hours back up, or they will stop monetizing your channel. They don't shut your channel down, they just stop paying you once you fall below those levels. I watched a video from one of the people at vidIQ who said he had a channel that he ended, I think if I remember right, he stopped posting to it in 2018 because he wanted to focus on vidIQ. And only recently, in winter of, I think it's February of 2025, he got a notice from YouTube that he was no longer going to get paid. He had so many subscribers, so many videos, so much watch hours, there's so much momentum on that channel that he continued to get paid monthly ever since 2018, and it was only recently that he fell below the criteria for monetization on that channel. So what you want to do is look at this. Now, if we go to look at Earn, it's going to tell us our criteria. So here it is. It talks about what memberships, supers, and shopping are, and you can go watch those if you want to. And we'll talk about it in another video. You need 500 subscribers, 3 video uploads in the previous 90 days. You need 3,000 watch hours in the previous 365 days, and 3 million views of shorts in the previous 90 days. Now, when you reach that level, you can monetize for these things up above, for the membership, supers, and shopping. You can't get monetized for ads yet. You're not there. Now, what you would want to do is click on this notified button, get notified button, and that will tell YouTube that when you reach the required criteria, when you reach that level, you will get a notice that says, hey, you've reached this level, you can monetize these items. Now, the one that most of us are going to go for is where we want to get paid for our watch page ads and our short feeds ads. These are when the ads show up on your videos, you actually get paid for people watching those ads. So this is what most people want. This is where you're going to get most of your money. As we'll see in a little while, this is where I get most of my money. Matter of fact, this is where I get all of my money. But the eligibility is that you have to have 1,000 subscribers. You have to have 4,000 watch hours in the previous 365 days, or 10 million shorts views in the previous 90 days. Now, when you reach that, then you can start being paid for the ads that are already showing up on your videos anyway. Now, you'll find some people will recommend that the way you start your channel, the quickest way to get to monetization is to start doing shorts. Now, if you're doing good shorts and the kind of shorts that get 1 million, 2 million views, then I think that's a good strategy. The kind of videos I do, shorts don't get me a lot of views. I'll get maybe, I think I had one short that had maybe 15,000 views on it, but honestly, I'm not going to get to 10 million views at 15,000 a pop. It's just not going to happen in 90 days. I'm going to have a lot of videos with a lot of 100,000, 200,000, million views on them, and I just don't get that on my shorts. I got there by getting the 4,000 watch hours over 365 days, not on the shorts. It depends on your content. It depends on the kind of audience you're seeking out as to whether or not you are going to be better off starting off with shorts and then switching to long feeds, or just going straight to the long feeds like I did. So this is how you get to your monetization, and it tells you not only what the criteria are, but it tells you over on the left what your progress is. Okay, so let's just go back to the video that we were watching, or the PowerPoint show. So again, this is the most popular of all the pathways to monetization, I think, is criteria number 2. It often is going to happen all of a sudden when you get a viral video. You might build to it slowly, but I started really doing videos in probably late spring, summer of 24. I mean, I started my channel in 23, but I didn't do a whole lot. Then in summer, I guess spring of 24, I started really earnestly making videos. Then I had a video to hit in August of 24 that pushed my views way up, pushed my watch hours way up, pushed my subscribers way up, and I got to monetization and was able to monetize in September of 24. So I had that one video, and that was the knife video that I've talked about before, and then I'll show you here in a minute what happens with that video. That's still my #1 video. And it can happen very, very quickly. If you have a video that happens to hit really fast, you can get those 4,000 subscribers in a month, or maybe even less. So that's the thing that you want to do, right? If you find that magic video, that magic content, that magic subject that gets you there really fast, that's the advantage. Now, I will tell you, even though I got there slowly and got there organically rather than trying to do some kind of trickery to get there, the reality is I learned a lot about making videos during that year or so when I was sort of not monetized. I learned how to make my videos better. I learned how to use different equipment. I started out just using my iPhone, and it didn't have really great quality. And as I got better and I learned how to edit videos, I learned how to put music in videos. I learned an awful lot. I learned how to make thumbnails. All that kind of stuff I learned during that year, so that when I finally made it to monetization, I was ready to start making pretty good videos. And I think that I was better off for that year that I spent learning my craft. So YouTube, as I said, will email you when you meet the criteria, and that is going to be, you tell them to notify you, you click that button, get notified. They'll put they'll recognize that in their system, and when you hit the criteria, boom, you'll get an email about it. Now, at that point, that's when you're going to need to create an AdSense account and tie that to a bank account. We'll talk all about that in another video. But that's where you start actually going through the process of monetizing the channel, becoming a YouTube partner. That's a whole separate process than meeting the criteria. Plenty of people have met the criteria and still aren't monetized. I think if you've got to monetize, I've got a friend who's got a channel. He's easily got more than 1,000 subscribers and easily has more than 4,000 watch hours, but he just isn't interested in monetizing the channel and worrying about it. So he just likes doing his videos on motorcycle maintenance. Not everybody monetizes their channel. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. But if that's what your goal is, then once you get the criteria met, that's when you go through the next process. And we'll talk about that in another video. In the meantime, take care, have fun on YouTube, and we'll see you real soon right here on YouTube Foundry.